हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। फ्रेंड्स, हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं लूसेंट जीके इंग्लिश मीडियम में। दोस्तों, अभी तक हमने हिस्टोरिकल सोर्सेज में लिटरेरी सोर्सेज पढ़े हैं, जिसमें हमने इंडिजीनियस सोर्सेज पढ़े हैं, जिसमें हमने बुद्धिस्ट, जैन, हिस्टोरिकल, सेमी हिस्टोरिकल टेक्स्ट के बारे में जाना। अब हम लोग पढ़ेंगे दोस्तों फॉरेन सोर्सेज। दोस्तों, वीडियो शुरू करने से पहले मैं आपको बता दूं, ये जो बुक है लूसेंट जीके की, ये मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट बुक है किसी भी कम्पिटिटिव एग्ज़ाम के लिए जिसमें जीएस पूछी जाती है, स्पेशली वन डे एग्ज़ाम्स के लिए। तो दोस्तों, ये पूरी बुक अच्छे से कंप्लीट कर लीजिए ताकि आप ऐसा किसी भी एग्ज़ाम को हैंडल कर सकें। तो दोस्तों, हम लोग शुरू करते हैं हिस्टोरिकल सोर्सेज में अपना अगला टॉपिक फॉरेन सोर्सेज। फॉरेन सोर्सेज, indigenous sources can be supplemented by foreign sources. The writings of foreign travelers and chroniclers provide valuable sources of ancient Indian history. Of these, some visited India and some others who never visited India, like Herodotus, Tatius, Pliny, Justin, Sihab al Dinumari, etc. But based on their accounts on informations received from different sources. Means those who never visited, like Herodotus, Pliny, they gave their account based on the different information they received from other sources. Next point, to India came Greek, Chinese, Tibetan, Arabian visitors, merchants, ambassadors, historians, pilgrims, travelers, etc. And some of them left behind accounts of the things that they saw. Next point, these accounts help in the writing of Indian history, especially in resolving the problem of chronology. These have been found immensely useful in building up the framework of Indian chronology. Foreign sources can be divided into four categories: Greek Roman, Chinese, Tibetan, and Arabian. Greek writers. It is remarkable that Alexander's invasions find no mention in Indian sources, and it is totally on the basis of Greek sources that we have to reconstruct the history of his Indian invasions. Next, the names of Greek writers of pre Alexandrian time are Scylax, Hecataeus, Miletus, हेरोडोटस एंड टेशियस। दोस्तों, ये थोड़ा प्रोनाउंसिएशन थोड़ा गलत हो सकता है, तो इसके लिए पहले से ही सॉरी बोल देता हूँ मैं आपको। तो ग्रीक राइटर्स में पहले हैं हमारे साइलेक्स, जो कि आए थे 6th century BC में। साइलेक्स वॉज द फर्स्ट ग्रीक राइटर हु रोट अबाउट इंडिया. He was the Greek soldier of King Darius I, 500 BC to 486 BC, of Persia, that is Iran. He was sent by the king to discover the course of Indus River. He wrote his travel account, but his knowledge was limited to Indus Valley. Hecataeus Miletus, 549 BC to 496 BC, was a Greek historian and geographer. His knowledge about India was limited to Indus Valley. नेक्स्ट है दोस्तों, इंपॉर्टेंट है, हेरोडोटस, 484 BC to 425 BC, is called the father of the history. एक मिनट फ्रेंड्स, फिर से देख लेते हैं इसको एक बार। हेरोडोटस 484 BC to 425 BC is called the father of the history. दोस्तों, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, कई बार पूछा गया एग्जाम्स में। He in his famous text histories gives us suffice information about Persian, that is Iranian, and Greek invasion and Indo-Persian oblique Iranian relations. Although he never visited India, he tells us about the political condition of northwest India in his time. He knew of India as the easternmost and the most numerous people inhabiting the empire of the Persian Emperor Darius I. The land region of northern India, 20th Satrapi, that is province of Darius Empire, paid him the huge annual tribute of 360 talents gold dust. दोस्तों देख सकते हैं हम मतलब हमारा भारतवर्ष कितना रिच हुआ करता था. He writes that Indian wear clothes made of wool which grows on tree. It proves that long before the Christian era, Indians were familiar with the cultivation of cotton and made use of cotton fiber to weave their clothes when Greeks knew nothing about it. देख सकते हैं दोस्तों कॉटन कितना पहले ही हमने यूज करना शुरू कर दिया था. Herodotus sometimes could be led away from the truth that can be seen from his account of gold digging ants of the size of dogs. मतलब कहीं कहीं इमेजिनेशन भी है इनकी राइटिंग्स में. टेशियस. अब दोस्तों ये कटेशियस है कि टेशियस है, थोड़ा सा इसको देख लीजिएगा, आप गूगल कर लेंगे समझ में आ जाएगा. हमको तो फैक्चुअल इन्फॉर्मेशन से ज़्यादा मतलब है, हालांकि प्रोनाउंसिएशन भी आना चाहिए, तो हम इसको पढ़ेंगे के को साइलेंट मान के. टेशियस 416 BC to 398 BC was a Greek physician at the court of Persian Emperor Artaxerxes Mehmon. He had every opportunity of knowing the stories about India, but he has left an account titled Persica, which is full of lies and exaggerations. It has survived only in the form of an abridgment. इनका नाम भी गड़बड़ है, प्लस इनकी जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है वो भी लाइज से भरी हुई है, तो मुझे नहीं लगता ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, आप स्किप भी कर सकते हैं पढ़ते समय रिवीजन के टाइम पे. The names of Greek writers of Alexandrian times are Nearchus, Onesicritus, Aristobulus. सबसे पहले Nearchus was the classmate and admiral of naval fleet of Alexander the Great. He was sent by Alexander to discover the coastal area between Persian Gulf and Indus. His original book has been lost, but the later writers like Strabo, Arrian, etc. quoted passages from the original book. Next है दोस्तों Onesicritus was the pilot of naval fleet of Alexander the Great. He took part in the expedition of Nearchus and wrote a book about India. He also wrote the biography of Alexander the Great. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट दोस्तों अरिस्टोबुलस, ये तीसरे सज्जन है जो अलेक्जेंडर के साथ आए. वॉज अ जियोग्राफर. Alexander gave him some responsibilities. He described his own experiences in the book The History of War. Later Greek writer Arrian has utilized his account in the Anabasis of Alexander. Next point दोस्तों, the names of Greek writers of post-Alexandrian time are Megasthenes, Demachus, Dionysius, Patroclus, Demosthenes, Aelian, Diodorus, Strabo, Plutarch, anonymous Greek writer of Periplus, Arrian, and Cosmos Indicopletus. अब दोस्तों मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट जो फॉरेन विजिटर रहे हैं हमारे मेगास्थनीज साहब, इनके बारे में जान लेते हैं. मेगास्थनीज मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट. Megasthenes 350 BC to 290 BC was a Greek ambassador या फिर कहें envoy sent by Seleucus Nicator, the Greek king of Persia, Iran, and Babylonia, to the court of Chandragupta Maurya, the founder of Maurya dynasty, where he resided up to 6 years, 302 BC to 296 BC. He wrote a book on India called Indica. The original book has been lost, but later writers like Diodorus, Strabo, Pliny, Arian, Justin, etc. preserved the passages from the original book, and those passages have been collected to give an idea as to what Megasthenes thought about India. Those passages have been translated into English by Macrandall. The information given by Megasthenes is quite detailed on certain points. Among other things, he described A. The geographical features of India, B. The fertility of the country, C. Pataliputra, the capital of Chandragupta Maurya, D. The absence of slavery in India, E. The seven castes of Indians, F. The rare occurrence of theft in the country, G. Indian philosophers, and H. The part played by Dionysius and Heracles in India. Scholars have differed in their estimate of Megasthenes' veracity, that is, truthfulness. In the present state of our knowledge, perhaps it is best to say that though Megasthenes related what he saw truthfully, there are also things that he reproduced from hearsay. मतलब सुनी सुनाई बातों से भी काफ़ी कुछ उसने लिखा. Indica was the first book through which ancient Europe knew about India. Megasthenes was the first ambassador who is mentioned in Indian history. Important point है दोस्तों ये. Next point दोस्तों. Demachus was a Greek ambassador sent by Antiochus I, the ruler of Syria, to the court of Bindusar, the second Mauryan ruler. His original work has been lost, but later writers preserved passages from the original book. Next, Dionysius was a Greek ambassador sent by Philadelphus Ptolemy II, the ruler of Egypt, to the court of Bindusar, the second Mauryan ruler. ओके तो फ्रेंड्स, ये जो डायनोसियस हैं ये बिंदुसार के कोर्ट में आए जो सेकंड मॉडर्न रूलर थे. हिज ओरिजिनल बुक इज लॉस्ट, ओनली पैसेजेस हैव सर्वाइव्ड इन द राइटिंग्स ऑफ लेटर ग्रीक राइटर्स. Patroclus 250 BC was a Greek governor of the province that lies between Caspian Sea and Indus River under the rulership of Seleucus and Antiochus I. He described India and other countries in his book. Next दोस्तों, Demosthenes was the naval admiral of Philadelphus Ptolemy II. नेक्स्ट राइटर हैं दोस्तों, नेक्स्ट विजिटर हैं दोस्तों, एलियन 100 BC was a Greek historian. His book A collection of miscellaneous history, सॉरी दोस्तों ये विजिटर नहीं है, ये ग्रीक हिस्टोरियन है, ठीक है. His book A collection of miscellaneous history contains the description of northwest province. Next point दोस्तों, Diodorus died in 36 BC, was a famous Greek historian. He is known for Bibliotheca Historica. He wrote about India on the basis of description found in Megasthenes. His book gives suffice information regarding Alexander's invasion and India. दोस्तों यहाँ पे देखिए लिखा है basis of description found in Megasthenes, तो ये Megasthenes नहीं होगा, ये Megasthenes Indica होगा, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट देखते हैं तो स्ट्रैबो 64 BC to 19 BC was a Greek historian and geographer. His text Geographica has an important place in history along with geography. He described geographical condition along with social and religious economic condition of India. He mentions the marital relationship between Seleucus Nicator and Sandrocotus, identified as Chandragupta Maurya. He mentions woman bodyguards of Sandrocotus, Chandragupta Maurya. नेक्स्ट दोस्तों, Plutarch 45 to 125 AD. His book contains the description of the life of Alexander the Great and general introduction of India. He wrote, when Androcotus, identified as Chandragupta Maurya, was young, he met Alexander the Great. Next दोस्तों, the anonymous Greek writer of Periplus of the Erythraean Sea, Periplus Maris Erythrae, that is sailing around the Red Sea, made a voyage to the Indian coast about 80 AD, and he has left a record of its ports, harbors, merchandise. Periplus gives an idea of the maritime activities of ancient Indians. This text is known as a guide of the sea trade. The unknown author of the Periplus claims that Pallas, a mariner, was knowledgeable about the monsoon winds that shorten the trip from Red Sea to India and India to Red Sea. It is an important foreign source for Sangam period of South India. It contains the detailed description of trade between Roman Empire and regions of South India during 1st century AD. नेक्स्ट है दोस्तों एरियन 130 to 172 AD was a famous Greek historian. He wrote 2 books, Indica and Anabasis of Alexander, that is History of Alexander's Campaign. The account of Arrian has been regarded as the most reliable and authentic account among the accounts of Greek writers concerned with India. In this account, Chandragupta Maurya is mentioned as Androcotus. नेक्स्ट दोस्तों, Cosmos Indicopletus 537 to 547 AD was a Greek merchant who later turned to a Buddhist monk. He sailed down Mediterranean Sea, Red Sea, Persian Gulf, Sri Lanka, and India during 537 to 547 AD. Around 550 AD, he wrote Christian Topography of the Universe, which contains valuable information about trade between India with Sri Lanka and other countries situated in Western Sea coast. नेक्स्ट दोस्तों देख लेते हैं रोमन ऑब्लिक लैटिन राइटर्स, जिसमें पहले हैं हमारे प्लिनी साहब 23 to 99 AD. He was a Roman historian. He was the contemporary of Kushan ruler Kanishk. He wrote an encyclopedic text Naturalis Historica, that is natural history. ठीक है दोस्तों, इन्होंने एक इंसाइक्लोपीडिया टाइप का बुक लिखा जिसका नाम था नेचुरल हिस्ट्री. ही गिव्स द डिस्क्रिप्शंस ऑफ इंडिया which is based on informations received from Greeks and other Western merchants. His text contains the detailed description about animals, plants, and minerals of India, along with the trade relation between Rome, Italy, and India. नेक्स्ट है दोस्तों हमारे कर्टियस 1st century AD. He was a Roman historian. He was the contemporary of Roman Empire Emperor Claudius 41 to 54 AD. His book contains suffice information about Alexander the Great. Next है दोस्तों Ptolemy 2nd century AD. He was a Roman geographer and historian. His popular text Geographia, that is geography, contains information about ancient geography and trade between India and Rome. दोस्तों ये जो बुकें हैं ना, जियोग्राफिया हो गया, जैसे ये आपका प्लिनी की हमारी हो गई नेचुरल हिस्ट्री, ठीक है, हिस्टोरिका हो गई आपकी हेरोडोटस की, तो ये किताबें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है दोस्तों, ठीक है, इन पे क्वेश्चन बनता है। नेक्स्ट देखते हैं दोस्तों, जस्टिन, सेकेंड सेंचुरी एडी, ही वॉज अ रोमन हिस्टोरियन। He wrote a text, namely epitome, that is summary of a written work. His text is based on Greek accounts. His text contains the description of the Indian campaign of Alexander the Great, along with power seizing by Chandragupta Maurya. Justin wrote about the role of Chandragupta Maurya in uprooting Greek power from northwest India. India India, after the death of Alexander, had shaken, as it were, the yokes of servitude from its neck and put his governors to death. The author of this liberation was Sandrocotus. Sandrocotus is identified as चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य। ये सीधा सीधा क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है कई बार कि सेंड्रोकोटस किसको कहा गया है। नेक्स्ट दोस्तों देख लेते हैं अब चाइनीज राइटर्स। पहले हैं उसमें सुमा चीन, अब इसको चाइनीज़ में कैसे प्रोनाउंसिएट करेंगे मुझे नहीं पता। सुमा चीन पढ़ते हैं हम। 145 BC 85 BC was the first Chinese writer who wrote about India in his text Historical Memoirs. नेक्स्ट है दोस्तों पैनकाओ एंड फाइने 378 to 445 AD. Annals of earlier Huns written by Pankao and Annals of later Huns written by Fanier contain valuable information about Kushan rulers, Kujul Khatfaces and Vim Khatfaces. Next दोस्तों फाहियान, very important, 399 AD to 414 AD, came to India in 399 AD during the reign of Gupta ruler Chandragupta II, जिसको कहा गया विक्रमादित्य. He stayed in India for 15 to 16 years, 399 to 414. He came to India basically to cover an original copy of Vinay Pitak. After return to China, he wrote his travel account, namely Fu Kyo Ki, that is records of Buddhist countries. This book is still available in the original form. It throws suffice light on history, civilization and culture of Gupta period. It is written from Buddhist point of view, so there is lack of scientific temper. नेक्स्ट है दोस्तों सुंग यून 518 to 22 AD, means 522 AD, came to India in a quest of Buddhist text and returned to China with 170 Mahayana texts. नेक्स्ट है दोस्तों हमारे मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट Huansang 629 to 45 AD, came to India in 629 AD in the reign of Harshvardhan, the ruler of Vardhan dynasty. He stayed in India for 13 to 14 years, 629 to 45 AD. He studied Yogachar doctrine in Nalanda Mahavihar for 5 years. In 641 AD, he reached Kanchi in the reign of Narsinghvarman I, जिनको मम्मल भी कहा जाता है, मम्मल्ला हिंदी में, द पल्लवा रूलर ऑफ कांची, एंड स्टेड देयर फॉर लॉन्ग टाइम. ही रोट अ ट्रैवल अकाउंट CUK, that is Buddhist record of the Western world. The account contains detailed information about history and culture of the country, especially the life of Harshvardhan and his activities, administration, religious, educational system of that time. It is truly a gazetteer. His account is really a storehouse of information that helps to connect the discrete sequences of historic events of India. He also writes about the Hun ruler Mihirkul, a contemporary of Gupta ruler Baladitya, Buddhagupta, and some other who patronized the Nalanda Mahavihar. He is known as the king or prince of pilgrims. नेक्स्ट है दोस्तों हुई ली Willie wrote a biography of his friend Wen Sang, namely The Life of Wen Sang. It throws some light on Indian history. नेक्स्ट है दोस्तों इत्जिंग या फिर जिंग 673 to 95 AD came to India through a sea route via Sumatra. He stayed in Nalanda Mahavihar for 10 years and studied Sanskrit texts and Buddhist texts. He wrote a travel account, a record of the Buddhist religion as practiced in India and Malay archipelago. This text does not give information about political history of India, but it contains precious information about Sanskrit literature and history of Buddhist religion. Itzing's autobiographies of famous Buddhist monks contains detailed information about social, economic and cultural life of India of that time. Itzing refers to the Sri Gupta, who is generally believed to have been the first ruler of Gupta dynasty. Hui Shou 727 AD refers to the doings of Muktapida. दोस्तों यहाँ पे कुछ छूट गया है, सिंह दोबारा आ गया, यहाँ पे है दोस्तों. Hui Shou 727 AD refers to the doings of Muktapida of Kashmir and Yashovarman of Kannauj. Next, Matwa Lin 13th century AD gives the information about a eastern campaign of Harshvardhan, the Vardhan ruler. Next है दोस्तों Mohan 15th century AD came to India in 1406 AD. He visited Bengal. He was very impressed to see such an enriched region of India. He praised the manufactured things of Bengal. अब दोस्तों देख लेते हैं थोड़ा तिब्बतन राइटर्स के बारे में. इसमें मेनली है तारानाथ 12th century AD, इम्पॉर्टेंट है. वॉज अ पॉपुलर तिब्बतन हिस्टोरियन. ही रोट कंग्यूर एंड तंग्यूर. दीज टेक्स्ट गिव अस इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट एंशियंट पीरियड ऑफ इंडिया. ये कंग्यूर एंड तंग्यूर पूछा गया है एग्जाम में दोस्तों. धर्मस्वामी, नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, धर्मस्वामी 13th century AD केम टू इंडिया and studied in Nalanda Mahavihar for 3 years, 1234 to 36 AD. अब दोस्तों थोड़ा अरब राइटर्स के बारे में देख लेते हैं. पहले हैं उसमें सुलेमान 851 AD was an Arab merchant. He was the first Arab traveler whose travel account is available. He sailed to all coastal areas of India. He came to India in 851 AD during the reign of Pratihar king Mihir Bhoj I, 836 to 85 AD. He stayed at the court of Amogvarsh 815 to 77 AD, the Rashtrakoot ruler, and was very impressed with his might and prosperity. He wrote a book namely Silsila ul Tawarikh. He described the conditions of earlier half of 9th century. He gives an interesting account of Pala, Pratihara, Rashtrakuta kings. He called the Pala Empire Ruhama, that is Dharma or Dharmpal. He called the Gurjar Pratihar Jurj. He wrote that the Jurj had the finest horses. He called the king of Deccan Balhara, identified as Vallabh Raja. He called Hind Mahasagar, Indian Ocean, Daryae Hargand. नेक्स्ट है दोस्तों हमारे इब्न खुर्द दबीह 864 AD was an Arab geographer. He wrote a book namely Kitab al-Masalik wa Mamalik, that is the book of roads and kingdoms. In this book, he gives important information about intercommunication system of 9th century. He was the first person among Arab geographers who speaks about the seven castes of Hindus. Al-Biladuri died in 1892 AD, wrote Futuha ul Buldan. It describes the Sindh conquest by Arabs. Muhammad bin Qasim. Next, Al Masudi died in 956 AD, was an Arab traveler. He visited India in 915 AD during the reign of Gurjar Pratihar king Malipal I. He called Gurjar dynasty Al Gujar and their rulers Barua. He wrote Muruj ul Jahab. In this text, he described horses and camels of Mahipal I, the Pratihara king. He described pan, that is betel leaf, in detail. He gives a fairly good account of Arab principalities of मुल्तान एंड मंसूरा. दोस्तों जैसे कभी अगर पूछ ले कि पान के बारे में डिटेल किसने दी थी तो वो थे अल मसूदी. ठीक है. इब्न हकाल 943 to 79 AD was a merchant of Baghdad. He came from Baghdad to India via different regions of Europe and Africa. He visited the state of Rajput. He wrote Askal al-Vilad. He made a cartographic map of Sindh. He was the first person among Arab geographers who attempted to define the length and the breadth of India. This was the first attempt by any foreigner to define the boundaries of the India. नेक्स्ट है दोस्तों अल बरूनी 1973 to 1048 AD. His full name was Abu Rayyan Muhammad ibn Ahmad al Baruni, but he was popularly known as al Baruni, meaning Ustad, that is teacher, master. He was born in Khwarizm, modern Khiva of Uzbekistan. He was captivated by Mahmud Ghaznavi, the Sultan of Ghazni, during Khiva battle 1017 AD. Mahmud Ghaznavi brought him Ghazni and was very impressed by his multifarious talent. So, Mahmud Ghaznavi appointed him Najumi, court astrologer. In 1019 AD, Al-Baruni came to India with his patron Mahmud Ghaznavi and stayed in Punjab for many years. He learned Sanskrit language and studied many books concerned with philosophy and other subjects. He was given the title Vidyasagar, that is the ocean of knowledge, by Hindus. After his return to Ghazni, he compiled a book in Arabic language, Tahqiq-e-Hind, that is Inquiry into India or Reality of India, in 1029 to 30 AD. This book is also called Tarikh-e-Hind, that is History of India, or Kitab al-Hind, that is the Book of India. Like an encyclopedia, this book contains detailed information about Indian society and culture and other fields of knowledge. It is believed that this is the best foreign account of India. Such extensive and authentic study of Indian society and culture had not been done before. Therefore, Al Baruni is called first real Indologist. He was given the title the real founder of Indology. Note: Megasthenes was believed to be the beginner of Indology. There are two shortcomings of this book. Firstly, Al-Baruni says practically nothing about the political condition of India during his own times. And secondly, he wrote from what he read and not from what he saw. His information is not based on his personal knowledge but on what he read in books. This book has been translated into English, namely Alberunese India by Edward C. Sachow. In the words of Jarrett, this book is a magic island of quite impartial research in the midst of a world of clashing swords, burning towns, and plundered temples. नेक्स्ट दोस्तों देखते हैं, ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। इब्न बतूता 1304 टू 69 AD। द फुल नेम ऑफ इब्न बतूता वॉज अबू अब्दुल्लाह मोहम्मद इब्न अब्दुल्लाह लवाल उत तंगी इब्न बतूता। He was born in 1304 AD at Tangier in Morocco of Africa. He was a Moroccan African traveler. In 1333 AD, he came to India in the reign of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, the Sultan of Delhi Sultanate. Muhammad bin Tughlaq welcomed him and appointed Qazi, that is, judge of Delhi. Ibn Battuta held this post up till 1342 AD, when he was sent to China as an ambassador of Delhi Sultanate, but unfortunately he did not reach China due to shipwreck. He wrote a travel account of India in which he gives valuable information about life and period of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He described the regions and the circumstances of transfer of capital from Delhi to Devgiri Daulatabad. In 1345 AD, he stayed in the court of Ghayasuddin Muhammad Damgan Shah, the Sultan of Madurai. In 1353 AD, he returned to his native place Tangier in Morocco. In 1355 AD, he wrote a book in Arabic language, Rihla, that is travel. He died in 1369 AD. ये बुक रिहला पूछ ली जाती है दोस्तों, तो इसको किसने लिखा है? नेक्स्ट है दोस्तों सिहाब अल दीनुमारी 1348 AD was a resident of Damascus, Syria. He had never came to India, but on the basis of informations received by the India returned persons, he wrote a book Masalika Absari Mamalika Asar in 1348 AD. It throws light on the socio-economic conditions. नेक्स्ट है दोस्तों अब्दुल रज़ाक 1413 to 82 AD was born in Herat, Afghanistan in 1413 AD. He was a Qazi at the court of Shah Rukh, the son of Timur Lenk and Sultan of Samarkand, Persia. He was sent by Shah Rukh as an ambassador to the Zamorin of Calicut in 1442 AD. In April 1443 AD, he visited Vijayanagar during the reign of Dev Rai II. He stayed in the capital city of Vijayanagar for 6 months. He was overawed with the size and grandeur of the city of Vijayanagar. इतना भव्य शहर उसने पहले देखा नहीं था. He says, the city is such that the eye has not seen nor the ear heard of any place resembling it upon the whole earth. He gives valuable information on the topography, administration, and social life of Vijayanagar. Besides this, his text Malta as-Sadan wa Mazama ul-Bahrain, that is the rising of two peace stars and conjuncture of two seas, describes the maritime trade through Hind Mahasagar, Indian Ocean during 14th-15th century. तो दोस्तों ये हमने अभी तक पढ़ा आपका हिस्टोरिकल सोर्सेज में लिटरेरी सोर्सेज। अब हम दोस्तों इसके बाद पढ़ेंगे आर्कियोलॉजिकल सोर्सेज के बारे में। तो दोस्तों अब पूरी बुक को कंप्लीट करने के लिए आपको मेरे साथ बने रहना पड़ेगा, और आप लोग अगर एक एक वीडियो को एक बार में आपको क्लियर नहीं होता है तो कई बार देख के इसको कर सकते हैं। तो दोस्तों मैं जल्द से जल्द अब आर्कियोलॉजिकल सोर्सेज के साथ आऊँगा। दोस्तों बात यह है कि ये जो टॉपिक है हिस्टोरिकल सोर्सेज वाला, ये थोड़ा बड़ा है और ये बुक भी बहुत बड़ी है। तो जो मैं छोटे छोटे वीडियोस लेके आता हूँ वो अपनी कन्वीनियंस प्लस आपकी कन्वीनियंस सोच के लाता हूँ, लेकिन इस बुक को अगर कंप्लीट करना है तो वीडियोस को बड़ा करना पड़ेगा और थोड़ा टाइम ज़्यादा देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ये बुक बहुत बड़ी है। वैसे देखने में तो 450-500 पन्ने की बुक है, लेकिन कंटेंट इतना ज़्यादा है कि अगर आप एक साथ ज़्यादा नहीं पढ़ेंगे तो कंप्लीट ही नहीं कर पाएंगे। तो दोस्तों वीडियो थोड़ी बड़ी होगी, लेकिन आप बस पढ़ते जाइए, सफलता ज़रूर मिलेगी आपको। थैंक यू वेरी मच दोस्तों। अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें एंड शेयर करें। थैंक यू वेरी मच।